A Disrespectful Peace of Mind podcast.
So we back. I'm Anthony.
I'm Jen.
This is the Disrespectful Peace of Mind podcast. So what's up with you this week?
This week I'm just chilling. It's a laid back week. Weather is horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what it want to do.
Yeah.
Snowing one day, then it's a bunch of ice the next day, then it's rain, then it's 60 degrees.
Yes.
On the East Coast. Come on, man.
Yes. 60 degrees in February. When have you ever heard of that?
I haven't.
Yeah. So, people was out in shorts and and then
Super Bowl coming up.
yes. Super Bowl is coming up. You're right about that.
Tom Brady retiring.
Yes, he is. You really think he's gonna retire?
This time, yeah, I think he's gonna do it.
You think so?
I think he is.
What's different from any other time that the rumors of him retiring? What do you think is different this time?
The world is different. We're going through a lot of different things, man. You know, it's a lot of uncertainty around. So maybe he's just gonna enjoy his family and get up out of there. But I don't think he's gonna leave football alone. I think he's gonna be like a commentator or something like that. That would make sense to me.
Have you ever seen his personality outside of the NFL?
I just seen a couple interviews he did. Kind of laid back.
Yeah, I guess he could. I mean, he could always coach.
But they all are not, very charismatic, but they get the job done.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So, what you gonna be doing for the Super Bowl?
Chilling with my people, having a little get together.
That's
what I mean? Following all the protocols and all that. You know how that goes.
Okay. What are your top 5 things that you must have for the Super Bowl party? Like
good people, good food, good drinks, good conversation in between. The commercials is not so good. You know what I mean? And just have a good time.
Yes, I'm definitely with that.
Yours?
My top 5, let me see the commercials.
Right.
Good food. Good drink. I always gotta have a good drink. Cold drink too.
Cold drink.
Yes. Can't be like that. I'll just pull it out of the box, out of the can type stuff.
Nah, I ain't into the hot drink stuff.
No.
Some people do it though.
Yes. And just just good energy around the whole time. And please people, pick the team you're gonna go with at the beginning of the game, not
gonna
midway.
Be a switch up.
Not midway.
Every season that's a switch up.
That's annoying to me. That bothers me the most.
30, 40 minutes in, then I'm switching up.
Right, when it don't look right. When it look a little shaky, I'ma switch.
You riding with who you came in the door with.
Yes. I mean, it's like, my team is this. I'm gonna go with this one because of I like their shirt. Like, it's all kind of crazy reasons. It's crazy reasons why.
It's tradition, right?
I mean, yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, so one of the things that I thought it was crazy. I would have never in my life thought that the Bengals would go.
Okay, I'm with you.
I never thought that I would see them go to the
mess
big,
up.
What?
Just a big pie in the sky. Now you about to say the NBA.
Nah, I don't know why I got NBA on my mind. I don't know why.
I don't know. They had some college games on today though.
Did they?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even get to see them. I know a lot of people are saying that certain people switch back and forth because they like, I like the NFL and then I like the NBA, but then I don't like them. I like the college teams better because they don't get paid. Like, what?
Think they should get paid?
Who, college teams?
Right.
Absolutely. But my thing is this. Why does the amount of money that somebody gets paid for their job have to do with your entertainment?
That's a good question. I don't see it that way. I don't know. Why do you think they should get paid?
I think they should.
Not saying I disagree.
Right. I think they need to get paid because at the end of the day, they're college students.
Right.
You know, they still got family they take care of. A lot of them get injured before they even can go.
And that's a big in-between time.
Right. So you got to
get to the league, right?
Yeah, you got to set it up. You know what I mean?
Not
saying that you got to have like multi-million-dollar, you know, contracts, but pay them something.
Right. I agree with that.
You know, I think if they come up with a way to pay those students something while they're playing ball or this, that, and the third, they can focus better.
Yeah, it frees them up.
Yeah. They can focus better, but with every pro, there is a con. So, you know, one person is going to be mad because the other one gets paid more. But I don't think it should be different caps. I think it should be,
solid.
You know, if you're a freshman, you get this. If you're a sophomore, you get this.
That makes sense.
You know, and that way, it is what it is.
Yeah, it takes the argument away.
Absolutely. So, no, I don't think that they should play for free.
Okay.
That's my thing. But, you know,
so who are you going with for the Super Bowl?
Me, I want to go with the Rams. That's who I want to go with. And I'm going exactly with the thing I just said that people do. I'm going to go with them because the shirt's blue. Nah.
You just proved that.
Yeah, I'm that person, but it gets on my nerves when I see other people.
So who's the two teams in the Super Bowl for
so
those who don't know?
It's the Bengals and the Rams. Yeah. Bengals and the Rams. Everybody that I know kept saying, "Oh, the Chiefs gonna win. Chiefs gonna win." Not really.
Everybody thought that though.
They really did. I think it was a good turnaround though, but like you always see with every sports team, the one that has the bigger story always ends up going. So, shout outs to them. Play safe.
All right.
You know.
So let's head over into your show, the Married at First Sight show.
Married at First Sight. That show.
The teeth.
We want to go straight to Chris.
Go straight to whoever's teeth it was.
Chris and Alyssa. So Chris and Alyssa are a couple who, at the wedding, was perfect. Mm-hmm. And after the wedding, and I'm not saying like after the wedding day, I mean literally immediately after the wedding service.
So they was good money.
They was bad money after that.
Oh, it was bad.
It was bad money. It was like phony, fictitious marketing. It's the black mark on the bill type fake money. Like, it was bad. Sheesh. It was bad. And I don't know what he said to her.
Still,
I don't know. But she flipped out in the elevator and she's just like, he's not my person. She keeps bringing up his teeth.
So they did some like water activities, right? They went out there.
They did. So they went paddle boating. Okay. So I'm pretty sure everybody out there, y'all know what paddle boating is. It kind of looks like a surfboard, but then you use a paddle. So
stand up on it too, right?
Yeah. So she was like for that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So she actually did it, and the reason why I'm saying she actually did it because any other thing that he comes up with to do, she's like, no, I'm not doing that.
That's not an activity.
Like, yeah, no. You want to do that? I'm not doing that.
So whose idea was it to do that?
It was his.
Okay.
So
he was trying.
He did. And for a minute there, it looked like she was trying. So she's like, okay, I can get with this. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she's like, oh, I've done this before. So then she hops on, but I just don't like, it looks like when you and your best friend go out somewhere. It's like, but I can't even say that because even...
What you mean?
Like, you know, like how two best friends, like you go out, like let's say you go skating. Okay. One don't know how to skate, the other knows how to skate. Right. So the one that knows how to skate obviously is going to showboat first because, yeah, I got the skills. But then it's like the next person who don't know how to skate, they going to fall. They, you know, you got to give them a minute to balance out. Right. She just hops on and is like, come on, I can do it.
Oh, he never did it before.
No, but he was trying to get her, pull her in, like, hey, you know, let's do some stuff together. Because during the day, all the couples kind of break apart and do their own thing.
Oh, okay.
So like Noy and Steve, they did like a little picnic thing. And
so you do like an individual partner, like activity, then you do a big group partner.
Yeah. Activity. So he was just trying to, you know, because it's like when she sees him, she's fine. As soon as he smiles, she like runs the other way.
So weird.
It's like, no, T. And like, and that's how, but that's how she kept it. So everything was cool, right? But then the next day, they have like some other like date or something.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a scuba diving thing.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll stand on the beach and watch you. But it was like,
just against it?
Shut it down.
She don't like him. Man.
Shut it down. Shut it completely down. So then, before the scuba, they had like this little boat trip where the guys go like on this island, this little island, they dock, and the guys go on the island and the ladies stay on the boat, and they talk it out. And they get to all the ladies, oh, this person I love my husband, or I really like them, or this, that, and the third. And it gets to her, she just like, move on.
Just move past the conversation.
Yeah.
Rude, man.
And it's just like, man.
He must be saying something to her, man, like when they off camera.
You would think he's like saying the worst things to her. But
eat the cake, anime.
All of it.
Dang.
But they not even in the same room.
Shit.
They don't even eat breakfast together. They don't share a cup of coffee together. So I just don't even understand, like, how in the world.
She told them, I want good teeth, and they brought something else. And she is gung-ho on, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's the teeth.
She told her mom and everything, like, I don't care.
She told her mom?
Yeah, because her mom was on the phone and she was like, just get through it. Like, just be nice. Like, just at least chill. And she's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I think she's like trying to go home or something like that. But that's like really not fair to him.
So you signed up to do this?
Yes.
So is it a certain time frame that you got to give it? Or if you don't want to do it, it's just over? Or you just going to be stuck doing something?
I think that if you like leave the show early, like you don't participate and all that kind of stuff, and they can't get that storyline out of you, then I think they boot you out. But the problem is she doesn't realize she's creating a bigger storyline by not participating.
That's true.
Because that's what's going to keep her on. So the more ratings you get, the more they're going to be like, no, you're not going nowhere. Now I'm pretty sure she's going to have to pay a fine or something.
What's the fire maid's name on there? Is it Mark?
So that's a different couple. So Mark and Lindsay.
Okay.
So Lindsay's very boisterous. Mark looks like he is shocked all the time. But no, it's not shots. It's not shots because he should be shot because Lindsay has a mouth on her. Like she says any and everything. Like she's ready to go. Like her and the girl.
She's strong.
She is very overbearing. It can be very overbearing. Her and Katina got into it this week again.
About what?
But Katina,
the old stuff?
It was the old stuff and a little bit of new. Because she was just telling her, like, you don't understand. You cannot come and say to a man, especially a black man, and you being a white woman. Because, see, online, they're calling her Karen. They're saying all this crazy stuff.
Wow.
But it's like, you cannot come at a black man and be like, you want to fight. What kind of mess is that? Because she even said, at that point, that's when I step in. And I have to give it to Katina. She's been riding for him. Even if she don't agree with everything he does, she's been riding for him in front of him and
so
behind his back.
Cultural awareness things that she was trying to help her too.
Right. Well, that was when they had the after show with what's her name? Rudy. I call her Rudy, but that's not her name.
That's fine.
What's her name?
Keisha Knight Fully?
Yes. But she was even trying to break it down, like, you don't understand. You can't do this. And she was just so, like, shut off to even hear it.
Even at that moment?
Yeah, because she was still trying to speak over her. And it was like a thing of, Lindsay is like a kind of person, I know you, even if I don't know you for a long time, I'm going to act like I know you for a long time.
Comfort level.
Yeah, but everybody's not always for it. Yeah, they're not for it. So you gotta like feel people out for that kind of thing. But so that's happened with her. But even though Katina stood up for her husband, Olajuwon, he set her up. Did you hear what he said?
No, this your show.
So he said he was talking to the guys and he was like, because he's, I guess, like a big fitness guy. So he's like, yeah, we went to the gym and I was putting her in uncomfortable situations to see if she would go straight through it.
Oh, he did it on purpose?
And I was being a jerk on purpose, and she did. But what he didn't know, that really messed with her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because you saw it all in her face, and she was like, okay, I'm not doing this. This hurts. No, I don't want to do it. But he was testing her. He was saying. Wow. So I was like, that's
he's high strung.
Yes. He reminds me
high strung, bro.
He reminds me of the squirrel on Ice Age. He was like chasing the nut. Was chasing the nut through the whole movie. That's what he reminds me of. His energy is that high. Because he's like
really he's like high. Jittery?
Yes.
Dang.
He is.
He's a sports guy though. He's a football guy, right?
He is.
So he might be high energy. Well, I don't know.
Yes. High energy all the time. And but he's taking it slow with her.
Yeah.
So even though he's so high, he calms himself down. And I think that him and Lindsay butt heads because they're the same person.
That's the girl that's with Mark.
Yes, that's the girl with the fireman, Mark. And then, having the same personality don't always gel. That usually, bumps, clashes, and then it just creates a whole nother situation. Now moving to Mark and Lindsay real quick. Mm-hmm. So Mark finally put his foot down. She was on the boat talking to the ladies. I really love Mark and this and the girl.
Already?
Yeah, and the ladies was like, did you tell him that? She was like, oh girl, no, I didn't tell him. But I really feel warm and loving and he just consoles me. After she started a whole bunch of mess. You know what I mean?
Situation.
Yeah, so he kind of
he got to keep putting the fire out.
Man, he took her to dinner and he used that extinguisher on her behind and was like, look, I'm not really feeling this. Let's slow this down. Let's, bring it down. And she was like, you want me to fall back? I go all the way back. And that man he ain't gonna get no nookie. He ain't gonna get no nookie.
Nothing.
But when he heard it, he was like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just.
Yeah, that's where you at now.
He was trying.
You gonna learn today.
Exactly. He was trying to do everything to kind of make sure he still got nookie, but.
Nah, she closed the store down, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta try something else.
Padlock key that thing. And then the last couple, well, it's not the last couple, just kind of going over really quick, breezing over it. It's Noy and Steve. Noy and Steve is the couple who are, I think this whole show.
They meshed up, huh?
Yeah, I think this whole show usually is made for at least one couple to make it. Mm-hmm. They go through all these other couples to keep things, eventful. But Noy and Steve, I think that's what it was for. So it's actually really good. It's actually really good to see a couple.
I'm trying to get this water going. Scratch. Yeah, go ahead.
But I think it's a really good fit for those two. Because it's just gelling. It's natural, There's no force. There's no nothing yet. I mean, it's gonna be some issue, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad.
On the way though.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's inevitable, man. You're gonna have some moments where you clash. It can't just be yes all day, bark like a big dog. It's gonna be something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At some point.
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay.
Because then that brings in Jasmine and Michael.
And what's the confrontation?
Jasmine and Michael thinks the complete opposite of if you have more than 10 people in a room, it's definitely going to be conflict and altercation. He said that out of his words, on his own mouth.
I didn't mean that.
So, but that's why I said, I'm saying
though.
He's saying the complete opposite of what you said.
Okay.
So it was she was like, nah, I don't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then this week, it was a little, it wasn't even very noticeable. They had to play it back for you to even see it. They were on a boat, and they were playing, what's that game? Never Have I Ever. Mm-hmm. And they asked, has anybody consummated marriage yet?
Right.
And everybody went around, and then he was talking, and when he paused, the pause seemed like the end of the convo in my mind as well.
It's a long pause.
And she was like, well, that's not going to... And she went into her, her side of the story. And then he took that as though she was talking over him. She needs to apologize because it wasn't right. Like, it was very aggressive. And she said he even, like, was elevating his voice and, like, in the tone he was taking it. Like, then they showed him, like, exercising, blowing off steam. Because you took a long pause, as she thought.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they're playing the game.
Yes.
He's answering the question, right?
He did answer the question.
So did he say yes or no?
He said something to the effect of, not at this time, but we're moving towards it. Pause.
So he felt uncomfortable even answering that question.
Yes.
But isn't that like a regular thing on that show?
It is. I think they write down certain questions for them to talk about, like when they're in these group activities. And it's just a normal...
So she might have thought she was helping him out, though, because he took the long pause, right? Let me add on.
Right.
You know? But
But he didn't look at it as like an alley-oop. He looked at it as, you stepping over me. And this is wild to see the person that he's portraying on the show versus like the feedback that you're getting from her.
Well, he said he didn't want anybody conversational, right?
He said he wanted somebody to challenge him.
Oh, he did. So, I don't see that as a challenge, though.
Everything that she
was
does,
just answering the question.
Says, exactly. It's just like how we sit here and talk.
Mm-hmm.
We're both in communication, and sometimes we talk over each other. But you not get ready to say, that's challenging me.
Eat cake.
Like, yeah, that's a little weird, man. No.
So he wanted her to apologize?
Yeah, she basically
How do you
said,
apologize for that?
she said, I'm sorry that you feel that I did that. And then going on Facebook, when she said that, people there are like split right down the middle. A lot of people feel like you don't apologize that way and this, that, and the third. But
how do you tell somebody how to apologize?
And that's what a lot of people were saying. And that's what she even told him. She was like, I can't help that you don't accept the way that I apologize. She said, but when I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, she didn't think she did anything wrong, which, I mean, I don't know.
She was a part of that question, though.
She
It's
was.
her body and his, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like, how could she not have a say-so in that?
And, yeah.
And then you want her to apologize for saying, nah, we ain't do nothing.
Right.
But you're not just gonna come out now. We ain't do nothing last night. Like, or you're not gonna come out. Yeah, we did something last night. It just depends.
And that's what she was saying. She was like, trying to ease it, like not like show him disrespect. Like, nah, I ain't get ready to do nothing with this dude. Right. She was just like, we getting to learn each other. We have gotten closer. So she was trying to like play it up. But he paused. He got mad and
played it.
Yeah, and I hope that his sisters get to sit down and watch this, because he is literally like snapping on this chick for no reason.
Well, they had some conversation, right? The lady and the sisters, right?
Right, and she was like, the sisters was like, we got your back. Like, welcome to the family. Like, they embraced her. And her family was a little bit standoffish because they just couldn't believe that she was getting married like that. But seeing her personality, she's not a very open,
She doesn't communicate like that?
No, I don't think so. At least that's the way it looks to me. She doesn't look like an open social butterfly. Like, she has her people she deals with, and she deals with them as such. But, so this was something completely different for her.
It seems like he's trying to live up to a standard.
He is.
And maybe in other areas he doesn't have that standard, or he doesn't have that example. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what they were getting into with the in-laws. We brought that up on the last episode.
Yeah.
And like the conversation was, the mother was concerned, her mother was concerned that he didn't have examples like that. But this is life, man. Things happen and you have to figure it out as you go. So you're not going to have a perfect way of doing things each and every time you embark on something new.
And see, I think that's basically what the whole show is about.
Mm-hmm.
We both know that we want somebody.
Right.
And we both know that we, to this point, have not actually been successful in finding that person.
Right.
So let's put down on paper, I want this, I want this, I want this. You do the same thing. And then let's be matched up. and then let's step
It's
out.
not even realistic in that sense.
It's not, but it's.
But
I
they
mean,
forget that, right? That's what I'm going through. Like you forget why you're here for what you're saying.
Exactly.
To your point. That's why we here. We trying to figure it out. So let me show you how this list that you have is not realistic. So these 10 things you want, you make it 2 or 3.
Yeah, like because the girl, Alyssa, like teeth. You know, she was like. I'm gonna call her Teeth. That's Teeth. I'm gonna call her Teeth. Her name is no longer Alyssa. It is
Shots.
Teeth. But she's you know, she has to be realistic. You know, I don't even like that build of a person, and
she said that.
Yeah, she was coming at homie hard, but he's been like really cool about the whole situation. Like he got done with his little snorkeling thing. She was sitting there eating breakfast. She told the producers, "Tell him don't come over here. Don't come over here and sit by me.
Wow.
I don't want him to come over here." So it's like, wow, like you don't even want somebody, like who are you, Teeth, to want to have somebody sit there and...
You calling her Teeth now?
I'm calling her Teeth.
Oh, she's
because,
Teeth.
Yes, she done had braces or whatever the situation is. You know, maybe he didn't have the money to do that right then and there. Or maybe he just ain't got the time. You know, you never know somebody's situation. I have no clue.
Tell me. Okay.
Yeah, so I have no clue because whatever it is, he's successful in what he does.
Right.
I mean, they do, you know.
That's what
say
rubbed
that.
her the wrong way. She said it was like a certain vibrato, I guess, coming off of him. I don't know.
And so, like, she's the vibrato police.
He is.
Exactly. But he hasn't said nothing to anybody outside of the way.
His presence annoys this woman. I don't know why he's not accepting that. His presence is really bothering this woman.
It is.
She don't want to be around him. She don't want to hear him. She don't want to see him eat nothing. It's just nothing.
Yeah, it's really just nothing. That's the sad part about it.
They gotta figure that out, man.
Yeah, I just hope that Michael and Jasmine, I hope that Michael steps back and sees that she's not coming at him personally.
So they took vows, right?
Yeah, they did.
So my thing is...
State aficionado.
So they took vows.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of like giving your word, I'm going to be with this person, this is what we're going to do, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So my thing is to her, or to the people going on the show, like start looking at that. If you're going to take these vows, it's important for you to realize what you're doing and you're saying. Because this is something that you're giving your word on something. You don't know how long it's going to last because you don't know what it is, but like saying is you don't want to do the paddle, what is it?
The paddle boat.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Any kind of activity he don't want to do, you don't want to do any of it.
Right. You're not even giving it a chance.
So do you think, keeping your word is it big to you as a person overall?
It is.
Does it matter?
It does matter.
It does?
It does matter because when you're meeting somebody for the first time, especially in that kind of situation, that's all you really got.
Right.
Because they don't know you.
So you're trying to build like that comfort level to be able to honor that.
Absolutely. But like if you keep shutting it down or, well, why are you coming at me? Or like all these different things.
She said, I did see that. She said when the cameras are off, he says things like, let's do this because you don't want to look a certain way on camera. There's nothing wrong with that part. I don't understand why she put that out like that was a bad part. Or maybe I heard it wrong.
I think he's trying to save her, but he needs to just let her fall. He needs to let her just live this out because she's going to go down as one of those people who just didn't even try.
Notorious for it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Didn't even try to do it. You know what I mean? Didn't even give it not one day, not one chance,
It's a good segue into being notorious. Is it Ghost Power Book 2? So, on that show, I was wondering, it seems like the father's like stuck in his ways on Ghost Power Book 2. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Monet's husband. He kind of stuck in his old school way, bro. And I don't think he realizes like things are going a little different now from where they are from where he first went to prison. Right.
Well, you got to think about it. When somebody goes to prison like that, they get frozen in time. They living their life day to day, and the world is still moving out here, and they get some kind of inkling while they're in there. But then when you're getting back out, that's like, okay, somebody pushing the go button on something that you paused, because then your mindset reverts back to, all right, well, I was on this street, I was doing this, oh shoot, the clothes done changed, okay, I gotta change. Like,
but in terms of the show,
like that,
and strictly for me, in terms of the show, when he's saying he wants to do this, that's not how they're moving. They're maneuvering or moving around. It's a lot of moving parts on this show.
It is.
So all right, let's take it back. So this week, or the previous week, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're covering now. Tariq went over to see his sister at the adopted family's house.
Yes.
Right? So he's outside in the car with the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that was a moment. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to elaborate?
So, that was a big moment for Tariq to know that, yes, I can maneuver this, I can do this, and I can do that, but there's still things that I have no control over. And then maybe, just maybe, it's actually a good thing.
Right. So he's kind of moving on past the anger part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved on past the anger part of it. So if I can go do what I gotta do and get straightened out, then I can reach back and help her.
Exactly.
So now going back to the father, which is Monet's husband,
Mm-hmm.
he's not looking at life like that.
No.
He's looking at it like, this is what we was doing, this is where I had to set, this is how it's gonna go. But it's not like that right now.
Right. Well, and then too, you gotta think about it. He wasn't fully in the know of everything.
True.
He didn't have any kind of facts on anything because Monet wasn't telling him what she was really doing.
She wasn't telling nobody.
So all he thought that he was in there calling shots and this is that and the third, and that's what it was.
She took his choices away.
Right. But then
when look at it like that.
When he came out,
mm-hmm.
then it's like, all right, I'm home, so that's what I was doing when I was in there because I was helping you when I was in there.
Good point.
But he don't know that now you got the boy over in Stansfield selling.
True.
Now you got this person over here doing that. Your son Kane, he's not 100 thorough as you think he is.
Why you say that?
Because he has a flaw because he won't think. He reacts, and he won't think.
He wants acknowledgement from his mother and father.
And because of that, he doesn't think. So, like him killing the cop. Why would you kill a cop?
Y'all got him in this world, though. Doing it. So it's not like his parents were doing these things and now he's off living somewhere else and that's not a part of his life.
Right.
Like, these are his parents. His mother and his father. They in the streets. She got him doing this while the father's away, so he's assuming this role as man of the house. But she's so, like, alpha herself. She's like, look, you're not doing that. I'm the one. Blase, blase, blah. Right? Forget all the stuff with the son Zeke and everything, which we thought was the nephew.
Mm-hmm.
He's assuming his role, but she's not letting him get to that point where he feels like, all right, I'm able to do this. So it's like all them vying for position to be in this position of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still their son.
Yeah, it is.
So you're not even nurturing your son.
No.
You got him in this environment where he's doing exactly what he thinks he ought to do from the way y'all trained him to do it. So he has these moments where he goes outside of the lines.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, it's because of you. You got him doing this. So the father, when he came home, he didn't acknowledge him like, this is my oldest, this is my son, he's going to be doing this. And then he looked over him to the other son. And he was going to put him in position to take over their family business or their structure.
And I feel like he was looking at Drew because Drew, he thinks before he reacts.
Okay.
Like, go all the way back to the beginning, like the first, I think, episode when they went to that, I think it's GTG or the other gang's place, and he went in there, and now this is kind of where they work together. See, the problem is if they work together, that'd be great.
That's the key.
Because he's the force and he's the brain. And you could, but let's not forget, that girl is the one who's going to end up rocking it.
But all these kids are having to take on these different roles.
They do.
Right? So,
yeah.
The daughter, if she didn't take on that role to help her father get out, he'd still be locked up.
Exactly. But remember, she wanted to go to school.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And Monet wouldn't let her.
So this their parenting is flawed.
Yeah. But they only did what they knew.
But I just didn't want to throw it on him. That's the reason why I touched on the subject that way, because it's not just him doing it. It's not like, okay, we're these parents, we upstanding citizens, and we just out here living. And our son is out here just messing up, running amok. No, you out here running amok with him.
Yeah.
You're not telling him anything constructive for him to do anything constructive. You got your hand on him to do all the dirt, and when he don't do the dirt the way you want him to do it, then he's bad. He's banished. We don't want him over here. Don't come around here with this, that, and third.
But it's something to that, because there's an underlying emotion that they're not really touching on. It's like an echo, like it's there, but nobody's really acknowledging it. It's something with Cain and the dad. And I don't know if, especially learning about the new son, the nephew the nephew son. Like, with learning about him, I feel makes Cain and his father's relationship strain even more.
Why?
Because I had a inkling that something's not right between Cain and me. Like, it's not a connection there. Like, Drew and the daughter, he ain't got a problem with. It's something there that he feels.
He may think that Cain
Yes.
is his son.
Yes, and then to turn around and then find out the nephew's son is really his son. Like, the nephew's really his son. That broadens that bridge. And then he goes, all right, this is our family business. This is my money.
Right.
Go get my money. Like, that type of thing. So, I think
that chick on there is vicious.
Which one?
She was the one that Tariq was with when it ended.
Oh, from the other
That
school?
was running with him and his homeboy.
Yeah.
She's vicious, bro.
Yeah. Who do you think she is?
His mother.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's the same personality as Tasha. You know what I'm saying? But the chick that, that he really cared for like that is his Angela. So it's like, it's going in the next generation genetically again. It's like the same cycle repeating itself.
So do you think she's dead?
Who? The chick that they like?
The girl that he cares for, Lauren.
Man, I don't know. The way she creeped back over there in his dorm and got into bed, it was something happened that went the wrong way.
Right.
Even if she moved to somewhere else, but something happened because she wouldn't have just creeped in there like that.
You know what, though? I think that they actually gave us a...
Alright, so we gotta tell the people what it was, right?
Yeah.
So, Tariq was trying to get the young lady, Lauren, out of town, and he was utilizing his friend. Because
they found out that she had a wire.
Right, but the prosecution in the case that Tariq has going on now, they have, what's the friend's name? In the Tariq's Brady. They have Brady under pressure. Like, they want him to give him something so they can prosecute Tariq.
Oh, yeah.
So, he's like on the ropes or whatever, and he found out that Tariq took the photo album picture and gave
dad in blackface.
Right.
After he already asked him not to.
Right. And he got that. So it's like Tariq kind of wants him to look out for him and his family, being Tariq's family, but Tariq's not looking out for Braden and his family. So he don't have his best interest at heart. So it's skillful how the writers did that to kind of show you that, though, because that kind of mirrors like Ghost and Tommy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to see that dynamic with them, but he was trying to get Braden to get Lauren out of town.
Yeah. Then he was going to do it.
He was going to do it. And he pulled the gun on her at the end. He was like, get out the car. So she started crying, pleaded for her life and everything. And it didn't look like he was going to kill her. He just gave her some money and tell her go. She said, oh, I'll go. Then the other chick pulls up right behind him.
Yeah. Now,
he took a detour. Nobody was supposed to even know he was out there. But the chick was following. So she must have had an inkling that he might switch up at the end.
Yeah.
So I guess she was coming out there to finish the job to kill her, instead of letting her just go and go off on her merry way. So I don't really know what happened after that, but when they showed it, the young girl that came out there, what's her name? I don't know, but she came out there and she told Lauren, yo, this, that, and the third, you're not going, or you need to go, blah, blah, blah. And then it just kind of faded to her going back to the dorm with Tariq. So I don't know if she's dead or they let her go, but I don't think she let her go.
So this is why I say that the writers of the show gave us an inkling that she possibly did not die. Because if you remember at the beginning of the episode, all the people that Tariq had anything to do with, as far as blood-wise, were inside that room dead. Now, Lauren was trying to go into the room, and he was like, no. And if you notice, this is my theory, because I don't think Ghost is dead. If you notice, Ghost called. He wasn't in the room.
Right. He called. Said dad on the phone, right?
Yes.
I don't think he's dead either.
So, I don't know if that because he refused to come back on the show, or he just, they're saving that little nugget for later. But I'm going to tell you right now, Amari, you need to come back, player. Sorry, that's just, I know you don't want to be typecast and this, that, and the third, but listen. Jeez. Can't nobody do Ghost like Amari Hardwick. He does that.
So Mecca, he's a sleaze, man. And this is the person that's supposed to be the connect, the plug, whatever you want to call him, to Monet. No, not to Monet, to Kane.
Yes.
Or Kane, excuse me. And then Kane, his father, allegedly came back and was blaming at them, shooting at them.
Yes.
I don't know. Monet said, do you think it's him? When she asked Mecca that.
I know for
sure.
Do
you think it? I'm asking you. Do you think it was him? Or do you think it was something else?
I don't know, because see, Mecca, from listening to what Method Man had told Tariq on the phone,
the lawyer on the show,
he's really like in it with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that was necessarily them, but I tell you one thing he did do. He did tell the NBA that boy age wasn't what it was supposed to be.
You think that was the father?
That was the father. That was the father. That wasn't
the father.
Yeah. No, that wasn't father. That was.
It came out quick, right?
It came out too quick for it not to be him.
That thing came out really quick.
He was holding that. He wasn't.
But Monet was out there, man. They were shooting at everything out there.
I think they were shooting. I didn't think they were shooting the hit. I think they were just shooting the scare.
What?
Yeah.
I think they had a basketball court.
Yeah, because it was them. They were shooting a scare.
So you out here shooting at a basketball court, you're not shooting a hit, you shooting a scare?
Nah, because if you think about it, as close as they was, if they wanted to shoot to kill, they would have got out. I think that was just a message. But
from the father.
Yeah, it could be from the father, yeah.
She told Mecca, she said, I think it was her husband. She said the way he was mad the other night when he found out about Zeke being my son, and he put me out. I didn't even realize that. He did. He put her out. Yeah, he told her to get out of there.
You need to leave.
That's crazy. But he sent his daughter and his other son. What's the son's name?
Drew.
He sent Drew over there to get his product and his money.
They sent them both over there. He said, go get my money.
He took everything. But were the cops coming over there to do something right before that?
See, that's the thing. That is actually going to end up helping Brayden and Tyreek. Mm-hmm. Because the cops are going to eventually find out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the wire and watching like all that difference. They're going to find out that that's what they're doing. And they're going to go for the product. The product ain't there. So that ain't nothing but... Thank you, God. Say that and keep moving.
So Mecca, they found out that he's been, telling on people all around the country or the world, one or the other.
He is the grandfather to 6ix9ine.
Oh, man.
He is. He is the grandfather to the snitch. So bad to the point where they had to send him out of the country.
Okay.
They had to say, no, you can't do it. But then, I didn't understand. I was confused at this comment that he made.
Who
he was
made?
Mecca.
Okay.
Where he was Dante.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so, like...
She knows him as Dante, but they know him as Mecca.
Yes.
His son, Cain, he knows him as Mecca. Monet knows him as Dante.
Yes. And I'm trying to figure out...
She just put 2 and 2 together, though.
Yeah, let me see this dude. Mm-hmm. And that's who it was. But I just don't understand how in the world... Excuse me. You sit there that whole time with somebody's son, and then you sit there the whole time with somebody's lady, or mom.
Mm-hmm. You
don't put 2 and 2 together. Y'all in the same industry. That's like somebody working in the same retail store, but on opposite ends. Like, you don't know that?
I don't know, man. The way he The way Tariq got that information from his lawyer was smooth though, because when he came there, he told him, I know who you are too. Basically, like, you think you the only one did your homework?
Right.
Where it work like that at?
Yeah, and then
he ain't like that.
He brought up Dante or Mecca brought up an old name, Lobos.
Right. That his father Ghost was dealing with.
Yes.
Him and Tommy.
And if his dad is still saving his butt. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, he said, tell your father what he say? Something, but when I get to hell, or something like that. Letting him know, like, this little boy is horrible.
Yeah, this little boy is horrible, but because of you helping me out back then, I ain't gonna kill him right now.
Tell that, yeah.
It's like your daddy is still helping you.
And the little boy still get his money some kind of way.
Yeah,
So he managed to get him to set up an account so he can get some money.
But this is what I didn't understand. Tariq had got in a business thing for the daughter, for his sister, through the guy that owns the nightclubs. So he was having money put in that account. I don't understand what happened with that. Like back when, because he had to show that he had income, that he could take care of her, and that he had a place to stay. Lauren had hit him up and gave him the apartment, and then the dude's friend
they had
set
formed
up
a business.
Right. So it's like on paper you look straight, but I guess in real life it was not happening.
This was about him in the moment. He was about to die.
Yeah, he was.
And then he became resourceful in that moment.
Yeah.
Which helped him because he called that lawyer, who's very resourceful.
Yes.
And then he got that information over to him to put something on his mind.
Yeah, real quick, that lawyer got a secret.
What, his brother?
His brother, with Redman's character, he got a secret, and that's that heartstring that if Tariq finds out, you his puppet for life.
Yeah, he is his mother and his father, man.
But now let's go to the shiesty politicians. Shady Lorenzo Shady.
Shiesty McNasty.
Yes, threw his own brother under the bus, backed it up, and then tried to pick him up and clean him up. Talking about, I think my brother told me that there was another. It was like
he did tell him. He got on the stand and did that. The character that Lorenz Tate plays in there. I forget what the character's name is.
So Lorenz Tate brother is a cop on the same case that they're trying to accuse Tariq of.
And in the nighttime.
And then he told him about a witness that the other side wasn't aware of, and then it just went left quick. So he got Tariq out of that.
And he was on the stand for the prosecution, right?
Right. So it was like gun went off backfire. Right. So all because he's trying to get his political seat back from Brady. Well, it's not even Braden's dad.
Right.
It's just an associate.
Is it a friend or uncle?
It's I think it's his uncle. Yeah. He did some crazy stuff back in the day, and they took pictures of it.
Yeah. That's
so he's that. So that's getting ready to stink bad. But did you see where that bag that Mecca had already had the plan set up? He had passports, money.
He told her he set up like estates or something
for
like
her
that.
and her kids.
But you saw he had Kane in there too?
Yeah, he did. I think he trusts Kane more than he trusts her.
He had a passport for Kane.
Yeah.
They didn't really touch on it and say nothing, but he did. I saw that something.
Yeah.
How about that?
And then, but you know who I think is gonna be the next to die?
Who?
Zeke.
Okay, why you say that?
Because he's so emotional right now.
He is. You heard him tell him right before they start shooting at him that I'm done with both of y'all?
Yeah, he's very emotional right now. But I can understand in this world that you built up.
He's been working.
You don't even have control over it. Mm-hmm. Your own talent, your own God-given talent, you don't even have control over because somebody else manipulated it and tainted it. So now you can't even.
His mother.
Yeah.
Which kind of ties back into what we were saying with college basketball players. Should they get paid while they're in, or even college football players, should they get paid while they're in school at that time? Because in between time and the meantime, would they have a means of support to take care of themselves or help out when their family structure.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, college students, they go to school, they leave their families.
Right.
You know, and normally if they're not in college, they would be working, and that would be an income that the family could use to support themselves. So I'm not saying that you got to pay them enough to support their whole family, but
economics
do a
is
work,
important.
not like do some kind of like work study.
Well, he could do a work. He can do a work study, but we're saying like.
But I'm saying use
for
the sport as a work study.
the profession.
I would use the sport as a work study, because then you can tie in economic classes on how to balance the money, so that when you get a bigger amount of money, you'll be fine. You'll be established. You don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to, you know, or if you get injured, like all these different kind of things play a big part.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I just think, you know.
So you don't think it's the father? We clear on that?
Yeah, I don't think it's the father.
You think it was something else? So you don't think it was the rival gang or whatever they did?
I don't think it's the rival gang either.
Okay, so he killed his right hand. Mecca
Yeah, he
did.
Yeah, he did.
So what do you think? You think Kane's gonna be his number 2 guy, or
It is because
he
Kane,
just wanted him and Monet to be out?
Nope, because I don't think Mecca trusts Monet fully. I think he trusts Kane more than he does Monet, because he sees how Monet treats Kane.
Mm. How
she just like brushes him off, and it's just like, you know, a puppy.
Okay, so 51-50.
51-50, yes. I think that
How
I
was
love the show. I love the show again.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say I didn't. I love the show again. I love Darlene's tracksuit she had. That was cute.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. That was dope. That was completely dope. And Marcus, he's finally warming up to the idea of talking about his podcast with him and his mom. I haven't got a chance to watch it. It isn't. Yeah, it is on my watch list though.
I guess one of the fans that somebody had, or supporters had asked him about attending a threesome or something like that, and he was like, you know, saying something. You gotta check it out yourself. But it was, I only saw a snippet real quick on the gram.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to check it out yet.
Yeah, and then Corey's still doing his thing. He's doing the same.
What thing?
His same.
What's up, man? Come out. What you talking about? What's up?
Nothing. He's just being Corey Holcomb, which is a good thing. You know, like how people.
I saw him beefing with Pierre or something like that. They was beefing.
Yeah, that's because. But that's just Corey being Corey. That's his whole spiel. Like, I'm the most hated because I say how I feel and say what I feel. That don't mean I don't fuck with you. It just mean I'm gonna have my opinion here, and it's mine, and he stands on it. You know what I mean?
You and the antics, bro.
I like that.
Wrong,
it's funny, but
talking about the man eyeballs stood out. He always look surprised.
He did.
Right, he might got a condition.
He might, but he still. And then it don't even help because he got blue eyes, which they stand out even more. But it's just like, okay, we got a high beam, low beam, like button around it.
All right, Super Bowl coming up. We've talked about it in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You saying that who's winning?
I forgot who I went with already.
See what I'm saying?
I don't want to
She
switch
don't
up.
even know who in the Super Bowl right now. Look.
Listen, I do know who's in the Super Bowl right now. Leave me alone. All right, you tell me who's in the Super Bowl right now.
The guy from Brewster's Millions, that whole team over there, they gonna be in it.
I don't know. I have to be honest with you. I really watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. Super
She
Bowl.
just said that in the beginning. How you gonna say that in the beginning?
Because I do. Super Bowl, I watch it for the commercials and the food and see if anybody's gonna act crazy and fight, and the
Super Bowl
halftime
halftime, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's been a big topic.
That has been a big topic. I don't know how that's going to
And then
flow.
the character in real life is Mary J. Blige. She's in there. She's going to be doing it.
Yeah, that's good to see her, doing big things like that. Listen, I just don't know how Eminem is going to fit in all this.
What you mean?
I feel like because, okay.
What you mean?
It's like if you pull Dr. Dre,
okay,
they pull Eminem. Just like if you pull JD, they pull the Brat. It's like it goes hand in hand. But not in every situation does
I'm
that.
not following. What you mean?
I'm trying to figure out. like, are they gonna do Eminem or are they gonna do the commercial Eminem? Because those
This
to me
is a family show. What are you talking about? You know they gonna do the commercialized whatever, but what is that?
yeah, I mean,
You think they great put the controversial Eminem out there? That's not gonna happen, man. You just seen them talking about that in Janet Jackson story. They're not great to have nothing controversial like that, man.
yeah, that was another one.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
only caught the end of that. That
So
was
what you think
actually
about
good.
that?
That was, you know what? That made me like Janet more because it felt real. It felt more like personal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the soft talking, you know,
You ain't
like
right.
that stuff. Like it was like Janet was like, look, a homegirl had to do what she was gonna do. You know, I wanted to, you know, like she just said what it was. I like to see the story between her and JD.
Okay.
I think they should give that another chance because they both still love each other. They care for each other. It's just that he works a lot. That's what that came down to. What's your opinion on that?
I don't have one.
No, okay, well you shrugging your shoulders like
Shrugging my shoulders because they attached to my body. I gotta move around. Something wrong with your back now. What you talking about? I don't know. That's that man and that woman. I don't know nothing about that, man.
I mean, I don't know. Oh.
He had Janet. What can you say? I think he already said it.
And do you really? I'm not gonna ask the question.
Janet Jackson.
I'm just gonna let that go. I'm not
Let
even
what go?
going because I was gonna say, do you
You
really,
looking something up here?
No, I'm just saying, do you really think he cheated on Janet Jackson?
I don't know, man. That ain't my lane, man.
See, that's why I said I'm gonna let that go. I ain't gonna ask. the
Okay.
question. Yeah, so I do know that the Super Bowl will be held in California this season.
Good job.
So it's gonna be a hot Super Bowl. Is it hot now? I mean, like I know it stays hot all year round, right? They wear shorts, so.
You was looking up something. You was saying you didn't know who was in it or something. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying out loud. Like I'm not,
okay.
you know. But yeah, they got Dr. Dre,
Mm-hmm.
Snoop Dogg,
Right.
Eminem, Mary J, and Kendrick Lamar. That's an interesting lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I wonder what songs they're gonna play.
What song?
Why you laughing?
Because what song?
What songs can you play here? I want to know. I just want to know. I don't understand. I'm just trying to figure this out.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
What's the playlist, man?
What's the playlist?
They're not gonna play that. They're not gonna show you that, right?
They not gonna listen. They not gonna play a lot.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you have these group of people?
You think it's too hard?
It's not. No, it's not. Because you're gonna. But you know what's gonna happen?
What? What's up, man?
There's a group of people that's gonna be like, "Oh, that was great," and there's a group of people like, "What the hell was that?" You know it.
The what?
The show.
The songs? You're not gonna see no controversial songs. Hear no controversial songs on there, man. We don't gotta say what those are, but you're not gonna hear none of those from none of those artists. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a quick. We are the world, and we up out of there.
Really? You really think so?
Do I think so?
I mean, like, yeah, because you know what they did? Now I see it.
Oh, okay.
They bring Snoop because Snoop is like, everybody knows Snoop. You know, everybody mess with Snoop. So, I don't know. But before we get out of here, we got to talk about this.
Where we go? We gotta go? What's up?
Yeah, well, since we got to go, let me take my shoes off. Let me kick back.
Okay.
Rhianna is expecting her first baby
Congratulations.
with the one and only. Now, wait a minute. Can I ask you a real quick question?
You wanna ask me a question?
Who did he mess with before he was messing with her?
Who's he?
Rihanna's dude. What's his name?
Who's Rihanna's dude?
I don't know the guy's name. What's his name?
What you mean? What's his name? You brought it up.
A$AP Rocky, right?
Well, she figured that out quick for somebody who didn't know who somebody was, right?
I'm just
Be a
saying.
lot of Shan Wow going around. You know what I mean? Shan Wow.
But you know what? I really truly forgot his name. But you know what? How I remembered it?
How?
It was a movie he played in, and
He's
he
a
didn't
great
even
actor,
do it.
man.
He didn't do a big role in this one that I remembered him in, but I remembered him in it.
Great actor.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, would you say that's an odd couple?
No, why is it odd?
Because she's known to be like very
What?
busy, and he's like known to be like really laid back.
Oh, what's busy mean?
Busy mean like boisterous. Like she's like the Lindsay in this situation, and he's like real laid back. I mean, from what I see when they show him, out and about, like he's with a chick. If he's with a chick, he's with a chick, but it's like not real flashy.
So what's the question again? So I can know.
The question is, how did that happen? Like, how did they end up together?
I don't know, man. They in the same field, right? Entertainment.
Yeah, I guess.
Why is that a stretch of the imagination?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad of a stretch of imagination, but it was very quiet.
Things should be busy? Loud?
No, it was very like, one day they friends, and then the next day they was dating, and then the next thing they popped up, they was having a baby. Maybe that's how I seen it.
It's called Keep People Out Your Business.
That's true.
Listeners, live your life, man. Right?
That's the one.
Keep them out your business, man. Even now, we speaking on whatever they put out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what you showing us. So if you don't want it to be talked about, don't show it.
That's true.
Right? So you want that to be shown, so people speaking about it. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm not squatting on it at all. I think it's actually. I think I'm not trying to cuss.
Now?
But I don't want to say. I don't want to shit on it. Like I'm not doing it, but I'm trying.
Well, NWA.
I'm trying. Right. I'm trying. So. But yeah, I mean, shout outs to that. I'm really happy for her. I hope this is what she wants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hope this is exactly what she wants.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? What you got playing?
Nothing much. About to go and watch that new episode of Power.
Mm-hmm.
Power Book with Tommy in Chicago. I think it's gonna be great because I know Tommy, and I'm just ready to see how it play out. What I did see really quick, I finally caught up with Insecure.
Oh, okay. We'll go ahead then.
The TV show
You up
Insecure.
now?
So I've been like under a rock, like for this past season. I did not know that it was the last season for Insecure, but
I saw that one. Okay.
That was good. I love the whole thing. I love that show. Yeah, I love shows like that. Like that, Love Is.
The soundtrack's crazy on there too. They always pick good music.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's funny. It's it's a good balance. You
like how it ended?
I'm glad they answered all the questions.
Disclaimer: if you haven't seen it,
yes,
turn it off.
Yeah,
and then pop back in.
So Issa ends up with her boo,
Lawrence.
And
he has a son.
He has a son, but not with her.
Exactly.
With I forgot the girl's
Condola.
name. Yeah, and so but Issa accepts the baby.
Oh, you saw that one? Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, I loved it.
Right.
I think it was great. I mean, it worked out after all that back and forth. They finally got it together. Yep.
Good.
But the thing about it is, and I like that they showed, even though everybody was going through all of that, they still stayed connected some kind of way.
That's good. You got a support system.
You do. Like, just because you move away from your friends or family or, people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis don't mean that you got to just completely cut them out. Right. This is 2022. You get FaceTime. If it's
toxic, cut it off.
If it is toxic, yes,
I'm just
cut
saying,
it off.
y'all, you gotta listen to me, but if it's toxic, that's a reason to cut it off. Because it's gonna keep being toxic and it's gonna be bothering you and affecting you. So if it's not good for you, don't do it. But I digress. You're right, you had a point. I just wanted to add on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I like how it ended. It was a good show.
All right. So
note,
you want to lead the people with?
Stay healthy, stay happy. Just do you.
Happy Valentine's Day for y'all.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day is coming up fast. Do what you can do.
Don't break
just
the
love
bank.
each other. That's all you can do. That's especially nowadays, that's more expensive than anything. So
you didn't even get in all that, huh? Boy,
nah.
Your nostril in the grocery store everywhere, bro.
It's a struggle trying to find Yardbird. It's crazy.
It's gone by the time you get there.
It is. So you gotta get up early in the morning, right when they cut their necks off.
You gotta get up like when your grandparents used to get up, yo.
Yes, but that's all I gotta say. Stay healthy, stay happy. Until next time, I'm Jen.
I'm Anthony, and listen, man. There's nothing wrong with having new experiences, enjoying yourself, learning who you are with others. Enjoy yourself, have fun, do your thing.
A Disrespectful Piece of Mind Podcast.